not too bad. Oh, on the new fly that I just tied. I think they call it a Peeping Caddis. And well, it's like a brown trout. Yeah, it is, it's a brown. Got him. Nice one. Yeah. There we go, just a little with a green tag on it. Just something I found on the internet and copied. So it's done the job. There we go. Okay. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Off it goes. Happy days. Well, hi all. Welcome to Fly Fishing with Krezza. Today I'm going to tie a Peeping Caddis. It's a new fly that I've tied. I think it's been around for years. I've just looked at a few people that have tied them on the internet, and I've sort of given it a bit of my spin. Anyway, it's the way I tied it when I used it on the Goulburn the other week, or the other day. I managed to catch 2 trout, so I thought I'll stock up on a few because my other flies didn't work on the day, so it was just as well I had this fly. So what I've got is it's a Hackle H450 BL hook. It's a jig hook, and I like to use a 4mm bead, but some of the beads that I've been getting actually slip over the eye of the hook. So what I've done with this one, I've built it up with cotton, and then I've put the 4mm bead on, and then I've glued it with the UV resin. So that keeps that bead from sliding over the eye of the hook, and it's pretty much locked in position. So like I said, the last time I fished it, I had small beads on them. You know, these were the beads that I was using, and I wasn't happy with it because it wasn't getting my fly down into the strike zone quick enough. So therefore I wasn't in a position to catch fish for a longer period of time. So yeah, this one's got the bigger tungsten bead on it. So what I'll do, I'll just tie in some thread, and I'll take it all the way to the bend of the hook like that, and I'll come back like that. I'll just trim off that little tag end there. Now that I've done that, I will grab the copper wire. So I tie in just a little piece of copper wire, and you'll see why later. This will retain the dubbing for later. So I'll just tie that copper wire in like that, and I'll put this on that little hook. Can you see that? Yes, you can. I've got that little jigger on the end there. This is a Norvice, so it's got that thing where I can hang my bobbin. So yeah, now that I've done that, I'll grab the little, it's like a fluoro green tag that I'm going to tie in on it. Yeah, so this is one of the bristles off my wife's dust, duster. So it's a bit big in diameter. So what I do, I just trim it off, so it's a bit skinnier. So just use the scissors and just trim off the long bristles on it like that, and that makes it a lot skinnier. And like that. That's it. See how it's all pretty skinny now, because you don't need a big diameter tail on the fly. So yeah, that's about the right size. So it's probably about 3 millimeters in diameter. So that's that. I just add that to the fly as I put it together. Next, I tie in this little bit of my wife's dust mop. So tie that in. Usually about, have it hang out, I don't know, maybe 3-4 millimeters. Like that. That's it. Come back to the front again. And I've done that. It's probably trim that a bit finer as well. It doesn't need to be a big diameter. So like I just trim the dust mop bristle down so it's around about 3 millimeters in diameter. That's good. I'm happy with that. Now what I do, I get it's a partridge feather. They're the ones that I use. So that's that premium Hungarian partridge feathers, a natural colour. So yeah, I'll just tie that in, and like I'll go like halfway down the hook. Tie that in like that. And I'll come back again and grab my Hackle pliers, and I'll start going around with it. And you want them to face towards the back. So I'll just pull that all back. That's it. So pull it all back. Like that. And then I'll tie that in and go over the hackle so it aids in pointing all those feathers towards the back of the hook like that. So that's that. And come back towards the front again and take it all the way up to the head. Now I'll take them off, Hackle pliers, cut off this big stub of the feather where I was holding on to it with the Hackle pliers. That's it, get rid of that. Pull that back a bit more again. Go over it again just to make sure it's pointing towards the back like that. That's it. Maybe I'll go around, whoops, lock that back in. Just go under it a bit. And that's it. Come back. So they're all pointing towards the back, which is good. Once it gets wet, even though they're like a bit out, once it gets wet, it will point towards the back. So don't be overly concerned if they spread out a bit. So once that's done, next thing is to put the dubbing. So I'm putting like a black dubbing on it. A lot of people use the hare's ear dubbing. I don't have any. And when I went fly fishing on the Goulburn last time, I was using the black and it was successful. So I just haven't had time to go to a fly shop to get any. So I'll just continue using the black. So just wet your fingers a bit. And I'll just put it onto the thread. Like that. And then tie it in. Tie it in. front. That's that. Hang that for a bit. Now this is where the copper wire comes in. So just it actually holds the hackle down, and I was turning clockwise or going over the top towards the camera with the dubbing, whereas with the wire you go the opposite way. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 turns, and then I'll tie in that copper wire. That's it, it's tied in, and then I'll just fatigue the copper wire and bust it off. That's it. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll whip finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2, 3, 4, and then hold that in. So it's tied off. Cut that off. And then what I do is I'll just put like a dab of that UV resin on it, just so the knot doesn't come undone, and then use the UV light to dry it. That's it. That's done. And then why I put the copper wire on was so that it retains the dubbing, because I've got like just a little bit of a strap with some Velcro on it, and what I'll do, I'll pick out the dubbing to make it a bit messy looking, so it looks a bit more insecty in the water. So yeah, so that's pulled it out. That's good. And then that's still got to be facing towards the back like that. When it gets wet, it will go towards the back. But anyway, that's the Peeping Caddis, well, my version of it. It's not a difficult fly to tie, and like I said, the last time I was on the Goulburn, it was a very successful fly, and I thought I'd share that with other people, just so that if you want to tie it, that's it. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video and it's your first time watching any of my videos, it'd be nice to have you subscribe, so that you and sort of set your alarm to let you know when my next video comes up. I've got a very interesting fly that I'll be tying in the next coming few weeks. I'll just keep that to myself for now, but it'll be a very interesting fly, and then I'm going to go and try it on the river. So look, thanks for watching, and like I said, subscribe, leave a comment if you like, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching again, and God bless. Bye.